class number 2. Great class.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and I get...
So far.
Right. You could blow it still.
Yeah.
There's always a chance.
Just take my top off and start running around.
I am often accused of being a kiss ass because I like to compliment the people on what they're doing, but I genuinely mean it. This was a great class, again.
I think that just means you're a nice guy, not a kiss ass.
Well, I mean, you're a very kind soul. Thank you. Today, I wanted to ask you about being a content creator a little bit. As a content creator, like, what is like the hardest thing for you about being a content creator that has to do food all the time?
The hardest part is definitely just like the grind of it, right? It's like 2 videos a week. I'm on video like 520 in the last 5 years, and it's just like constant. You know what I mean? It's nights and weekends. You see, especially in the barbecue world. Like I'll start a video in the morning, and it'll end at like 11 p.m.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah, or the next day, or the next day. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that is just because on YouTube, like they really reward consistency.
Right.
Like, and I just am worried that if I stop and take a break and go on vacation or something, you know, something wild, then it's just going to hurt the brand and the trajectory of it. So at the same time, I'm just cooking barbecue in the backyard, so it's really not complaining too much.
Do you get like the guilt of when you go on any trip and you go to a restaurant and then you don't film content?
A little bit, although I've taken the viewers along for most. Like I've shot multiple me on actual Christmas Day with my families.
Right.
So
that's fair.
There's not often times where I'm traveling without making content.
Right.
Which is something I'm likely going to change soon, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm thinking about stepping back a little bit.
Stepping back?
Yeah.
We need more, not less.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long half decade.
Well, so what does it look like for you?
It's still definitely putting out content, but just kind of focusing on the other aspects of the business a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, the true fans that are wanting to support, we can give more bonus content to start doing more classes like this.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this, you know, because it's part of the business as well as being, you know, the YouTube channel. This is like, it's Chud's Barbecue, the brand, not just Bradley on camera, you know.
Well, I mean, I think you have so much content
there's
on
a lot.
YouTube. Those videos are so good. I mean, when I want to make anything, I check to see if you've done something on that. Because it's at least like the best place to start.
The funny thing is, I do that too.
I do the same.
Like we just got a new dehydrator. We're talking about making beef jerky.
Yeah.
I'm like, should we smoke it then slice it? Should we marinate it then slice it? I'm like, YouTube, beef jerky Chud. Like, okay, so that's what I would do.
I have done this so many times when I haven't done a certain thing for a while. I'll check my own video to see what I did, and then I'll check yours to make sure that I've done it right.
It's getting, you know that episode of South Park where they're like, Simpsons did it, Simpsons did it. Now that's what it feels like, where it's like, oh, I've already done that. Like I had this great idea for a video the other day, and then I looked it up, and I literally had already done that entire video. It's like, that was 400 videos ago.
Right, and the good thing is, like, if you have one, you've done it more than once typically, so you can see like what you do now.
Yeah, like I just did my second oxtail video. That's like completely different than the first time.
Yeah,
and it wasn't in a lightning storm this time, which was great.
That's always helpful, especially when you're around like metal smokers and things like that. Yeah, that being kind of like the grind of it. What's your favorite part about being a content creator?
The community, like this, like everyone here. Technically, we're complete strangers.
True,
but we're having a great time. You know, and like I don't know what other YouTubers deal with, but the comment section on my channel is like 99% positive. You know, like, because we're all after the same thing. We're just trying to have fun, unwind, and cook some good food. Yeah. And you know, it's nice to meet the people.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I think that like one of my favorite things about this community is that it's built in.
Yeah.
It's a common ground. Everybody's done barbecue or is doing barbecue. Yeah. Everybody's really helpful to one another. When it comes to food content creators, I know the struggles that I go through, like when something is not going right. And you're like, crap, because I've either got a really expensive piece of meat on there that I just might have messed up pretty badly.
I know it all too well.
So in the content space, like what's like the worst catastrophe you had where like it either didn't make it to camera or like you did it again so that the edit was clean?
The first time this happened, I was making beef back ribs, and I go all the way through the cook, and my neighbor, Carl, comes over for the taste test, and we just got absolutely hammered. He was wearing a lion costume because it was right around Halloween, and like we're just like blabbing on camera. I'm like, I was in the editing room. I'm like, I can't use any of this. So I found a very similar rack of beef ribs, cooked it to the same part, and reshot the taste test. So that was the only time I've ever truly cheated. Yeah. But I mean, for the most part, I found out pretty early on that people actually love it when I fail and like leave it in. Yeah. Like pineapple in the sausage.
Yeah.
Like the thumbnail is just like me admitting defeat, and people are like, okay, this guy is a real person, as opposed to like the content creator where everything is delicious all the time. It's like, leaving the mistakes in, it's part of it.
Yeah.
As far as not making it to camera, there's only been one thing that I just pulled, which was I was shooting a duck prosciutto video. This is like 3 months ago.
Man, I want duck prosciutto so bad.
Yeah, so I cured it and I hung it in my fridge, and it's supposed to take like a couple days until it loses like 30% water weight. And like a week goes by and it's like, it's not dry yet. A week goes by, I'm like, this is just getting heavier. What is happening? And then the mold set in and I was like, well, that's gone. So only shot the first half of that video, but that we gotta do a redemption on that one. Kind of the beauty of the YouTube channel, which I don't think I've ever said on camera before.
Hey, you're hearing it here first, folks.
I don't mention how much I'm using in the recipes. I don't be like 30 grams of this, 20 grams of that, because you guys aren't tasting what I'm tasting.
Right.
So if I take a bite of a sausage and I'm like, that was way too spicy, I can just update the recipe in the description so you guys can make it great.
Which I have done and noticed.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's been things that are just like, I'm just over it.
Yeah.
Like, there's one, I think I just like cooked beef short ribs that were boneless. I'm like, this is like brisket. And it's like, it was objectively good. It's just like, this is so boring to me.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I'm not making this again, but it wasn't bad, you know what I mean?
Well, I think I caught you at a place when we were in Kansas City where I think you were pretty burned out at that moment.
Well, the thing a lot of people don't know is I started this channel because I was burnt out.
Oh, wow.
You know, from the restaurant world.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of continued. But like, you know, burnout's kind of inevitable when you...
I mean, it's with anything, and it wasn't meant to be any type of criticism. It was just like, I think you mentioned it, you're just like, I could do something else today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think that like you guys went to barbecue and you're like, okay. Yeah, but I mean, that's what we talked about before. It's like, you know, how do you manage burnout and what do you do with that? So in all the things that you've done, what's probably say like the most exotic thing that you've cooked or that you like, and then what's kind of on the horizon for something that's like kind of like wild and out there? I mean, it doesn't have to be like, you know, dinosaur eggs. But.
Yeah. I mean, the weirdest thing I ever ate was, you know, the whole Bones Try Something Weird segment that we do, where we just make Bones eat weird stuff?
Yeah.
The pig brains in milk gravy is pretty interesting.
See, that's exotic.
Yeah. The funny thing about that is people just start sending us weird stuff in the mail, and so someone sent us like a couple cans of pig brains in milk gravy. So like, ew, all right, let's try it. And then since then, like 3 more people have sent, so we've got so many pig brains and milk gravy cans in there that we're never gonna touch. So if you want one, it's yours.
No, I'm trying to quit actually.
Put that into a sausage.
Oh, you can get that like stinky fish in the can, the
Schwarben,
whatever.
Yeah, we got a can of that.
Did you?
And it's so fermented that the can is like under pressure, and we just kept not eating it, and the can kept getting bigger and bigger. And then we were going to Europe. We're like, I'm not leaving this place for 3 weeks with that stinky time bomb in there, because if that blew and we come back 3 weeks later, this place would have to be condemned. Like, we couldn't do it.
That's right. Anything you're looking forward to cooking on the horizon?
We're working on the full-size Chud box right now.
Ooh.
So that will, once we get that going, that'll open up the ability for whole lamb, whole goat. I haven't done a whole hog video.
Well, I was going to ask you about that, like that North Carolina vinegar-based, like whole hog stuff. I mean, I was trying to see like what kind of beef people did in the Carolinas. Can't find it. So They don't. And I used to live there when I was a kid. And it was always that whole pig, whole hog, vinegar-based type deal, and it was always good. So is that kind of like what you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nice. Like what we're doing out there. Like right now, we're doing some mop sauce, direct heat, vinegar sauce ribs. I love that style of cooking. You know, it's a lot less heavy of a smoke flavor than the Texas style, Texas style barbecue, and it's a great way to just kind of diversify your palate, especially like if you're making a tray like we're doing today.
Sure.
To have just something different. Because if we did brisket, ribs, sausage, beef ribs, turkey, pulled pork, all on the offset, it's kind of one flavor now.
Yeah.
Where the Chud box lets you differentiate it, and it's also just kind of fun to cook a whole animal.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Is there some sort of like loss to that? Because like when you butcher a cow or a pig, like you gain a lot of cuts and meats, and is this like do you find that you get still a high quality value for like the whole pig, the whole animal cook?
Yeah, I mean whole hog is just so much different than your standard pulled pork.
Yep.
Because you got all the different textures, right? Like your ham is going to be a lot different than your belly.
Good point.
And then, you get that all mixed together. You can make some really unique bites.
Yeah.
That instead of just like the one note mush that you can get from like a pork butt, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's making a big comeback right now. I think the Carolina barbecue has been on the similar trajectory as the Texas style. And, there's always a competition of who's got the better barbecue. But like, go to Leroy and Lewis, we're cooking whole hogs and brisket.
Right.
they all belong together, man.
I hadn't thought about that aspect of it, like the textures and like the cuts and the profiles.
Crispy skin too.
Ah, man,
Can't beat
crispy
it.
skin. Yeah.
So good.
Well, dude, I appreciate you joining me for a second round of the interview.
Yeah,
it's always
You're
good.
coming back for the next class?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, now I'm a staple.
Yeah, we need you.
Come to Chud's Sausage class and see Adam.
Yep. That's why people are coming.
That's right.
That's why I came.
It's me. But seriously, man, appreciate you. Appreciate what you're doing. Again, like I said before, congrats on the success.
Thank you.
Everyone loves what you're doing, and we all appreciate your videos.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you.